Hi everyone, welcome back to Birich Podcast. So this is a Q&A session and a person has asked about passive index. So we see that the deposits in the banks are decreasing and it will affect the performance of the bank. So let's see what is the question and we'll get answers from Vinod sir. So the question is, I have a doubt on passive investments. As Anand sir told, Bank Nifty is the biggest contributor of Nifty. Due to less deposits in bank, it can't expand its growth. So is it fair to still invest in passive funds? Can you please discuss the topic?
Okay, first of all, what Anand is talking about is short term.
Hmm.
Okay, and what we are talking about passive investment is long term.
Hmm.
There's two separate things,
Okay.
right? If you look at it in the last 10 years of the Nifty, that to the bank Nifty or whatever you want to take and look, passively you've been investing, you'll see the graph going up and down.
Hmm.
Corona it would have dipped,
Yeah.
then it recovers, So you'll see this dipping and happening. But that doesn't matter because over a long period of time, it gives you a stable average return of, let's say, conservatively 11 to 12%. And that is what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
And not to fixate on these momentary seasonal things. Sometimes it may last a few quarters, it may last a year, but these things are cyclical and they run their course. We cannot function an economy without banks.
Yeah.
So banks are not going to go anywhere. The question is, we're not investing in specific banks. We're investing in the Nifty 50, which has weightage of some big banks in it. If those big banks move out, some other banks will come in, some other financial, and you will see this. Since the beginning of Nifty, companies have come in and out.
Okay.
Even if you take the S&P 500, the American, which is even older, Nifty 50 is not that old. If you take the American S&P 500, you'll see many companies have come in and gone out. So don't worry about this. If you're investing passively and you're investing in the long term, these kind of things you don't have to fixate on. You start putting in the Nifty 50 if you don't know anything, that is. And the person who's asked this question is not sure because he doesn't know. He's only been seeing Anand's videos. And whatever is literally is understood, he's trying to make decisions based on this. First of all, that's not a good idea.
Okay.
You watch Anand's videos, you feel inspired. Okay? You should not see Dhoni playing or Virat Kohli doing a workout and just immediately go to the gym and start lifting weights like Virat Kohli. You will hurt yourself. That is why you have trainers and you have doctors and things like that. Same way, I'm happy that you saw Anand's video, that you feel inspired to start investing in the Nifty 50 or passively you feel encouraged. But get yourself a good financial advisor, that to a SEBI registered one, and find out what is your goal. All of you seem to be very interested in investing and buying shares just by watching some video or hearing some news. But without really knowing what your goal is, it is very difficult. Because this question, whomsoever has asked, has not told me what is his time frame, what is his purpose, what is anything about his background. So it's very hard for me to advise. It's like me going to some doctor's YouTube channel and telling him, can I take paracetamol?
Yeah.
Or is Dolo better? The doctor will be like, for what? So it's very difficult to answer this question. So I have to make the generic statement. So if you're going to invest passively and you don't know anything, invest in the Nifty 50 and forget about it. And as far as banks and deposits are concerned, yes, it is a problem for banks.
Yeah.
RBI is also aware of it. Shantikanta Dance is aware of it. It is transitory. The reason why it's transitory is banks have to look at it differently the way they're treating their customers. Me and you spoke about this.
Yeah.
The way they're doing with the debit cards and everything is being now...
We did a video on hidden charges in the bank.
Correct. So banks are not offering great returns for leaving money there. And if you do leave money there and if you want to use your money, they're charging you all kinds of fees.
Yeah.
And as a customer, you're feeling shortchanged. That has to change. How that changes, I don't know. But it will change because banks will have to address this. This is common to all banks. What will happen is one bank will radically change, offering many free things to customers, removing all kinds of fees. Lots of customers will start going towards that bank.
Yeah.
Then all other banks will follow suit. Either they'll give more money in interest or, you've seen this happening. Where they'll go on advertising. Kotak was very famous for doing this. Where they'll advertise a higher interest rate than all other banks, saying, why are you in the other bank? Come to my bank.
Okay.
So it will play out and it will change and attract further deposits. Or what will also can happen is, let's say the market corrects severely. People get scared. People will pull all the money out of the market and they'll all go running back to the banks, which can happen. It's happened in the past.
Yeah.
During the Harshad Mehta scam, 2007, 2008, when market collapsed, a lot of people, viewers like who's asked this question, would have put money in mutual funds, would have put money in certain stocks, right? Like our South Indian Bank viewers.
Okay.
Someone
bought
10,000
shares,
10,000, 15,000 shares, 8,000 shares. And they're wondering, they're sitting like this and wondering, even IDFC guys who bought and thinking in 6 months' time, they're going to make profit.
Yeah.
So they have these really fascinating, imaginative ideas of what the stock market is. A lot of people. So let's say the market suddenly corrects and stays corrected. Because even these corrections we've seen an immediate recovery the next day. So people feel like, hey, even if there's a shock, next day it will become okay.
Yeah. It's all temporary thing. People are assuming that.
Correct. So the real shock will be it corrects, then corrects next day, then it stays there for some time. Then people will start panicking. That what will happen is get the negative feedback loop going. What will happen is it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy where one guy will be thinking, okay, let me cut my losses. One guy starts throwing the towel in, everybody else starts throwing the towel in. It's like a bank run.
Like domino effect, it will
Correct.
fall.
It'll all start falling and it'll keep adding fuel to the market collapse. This can happen. I don't know what will trigger it to happen. Sometimes it's not some major news that triggers it. It could be something very stupid. One company has gone bankrupt. Some major company we all thought is an important company goes bankrupt. Suddenly we get doubt on all companies.
Okay. That sector will be questioned.
Yeah, it'll be very India specific. See, the collapse could become very India specific. One company comes out that all their books are fraud and everything about them is fraud. Suddenly we'll get a doubt.
Can we say that in Adani case?
It can happen. It happened in Satyam.
Yeah.
Satyam Computers. Suddenly all IT companies were looking very, are we sure? So this kind of, it can spread from sector to sector and spread throughout the market once fear grips. And the amount of money which is being pumped in by retail investors, the amount of nervousness in the market is also huge. You can see it. Any question we put, people are constantly asking us questions. Is it safe? Is it safe?
Yeah.
Is it safe? I have so much money in it. Is it okay? I have this much money. Is it okay? That means what? Everyone's feeling nervous.
Market is at all-time high.
Yes. And they're very nervous because they've taken their life saving. They've taken their college fees, everything, and they put it inside this. Thinking this 2 lakhs will become 2.5 lakhs and it'll get out. The problem is when it becomes 2.5 lakhs, you feel like, okay, it might become 3 lakhs. Let me just wait a little longer. Suddenly the 3 lakhs becomes, 2,25,000. You're like, oh my God, I had 75,000 rupees loss.
That's why you previously said goal-based investing will not make us fall with our investments. And we know that the particular amount is needed. Once it reaches that amount, we'll take the money.
And gold is, when you're saying gold, it's a great example because right now gold market is going through a upward trajectory. Right? No one is buying it. Anand is saying gold, he gives you the reason why gold price is going up. And if the Fed cuts interest rates in the US, it will go up even more.
Yeah.
So by Diwali, you can expect it to really go up. So if you need to buy gold for any reason next year, 1 year's time, you need gold for some wedding or something, you need gold 1.5 years, 2 years. It's a good time to buy because gold is going to be cheap. But nobody will buy it.
And after
Diwali
the price
comes,
has gone,
price has gone to 8,000, then it's actually, can we buy gold now? We'll be like, what are you saying? So this is why you need a good advisor. Because what's happening is, you really don't know where you want to go. You don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
You just feel very confused and it's overwhelming. But you feel that you must do something. So what ends up is you start doing something crazy and stupid and you get yourself caught in a traffic accident.
Sometimes people do way beyond their limits and think that one investment will solve all their problems.
Yeah, because I had a guy on Instagram asking me this question. He's like, sir, what is Tiffin Coffee range? Tiffin Coffee range is investing little amount of money periodically and compounding over a long period of time. And it's average cost, they say, which is rupee average cost, meaning you buy ITC at 110, you buy ITC at 112, you buy ITC at 108, you buy ITC at 150, then you buy ITC at 125. So over a period of time, you've been buying ITC, sipping away over a long period of time. So your cost averages and you feel more confident. Instead of going on the first day, dropping 1 lakh on ITC, and then seeing that go through a roller coaster. And every time it's going roller coaster, you feel happy, sad, happy, sad.
And next time we will not think of investing in that amount.
No, and you will lose your peace of mind. And what will happen is you will not invest. So you'll get paralysis through this analysis. My advice is, first of all, if you don't know anything about investing, you do not know anything about stock market, get a good advisor, like getting a good trainer, getting a good doctor. We all need one. For that, suddenly we'll become stingy. You know, the trainer is asking for too much money. Baba, he is there to train you. He's not doing anything other than that. You have to make use
He's
of
charging for the services.
and you have to make use of him. You have paid him.
Yeah.
Then you should show up to the gym, and then you should do the things he tells you to do, and follow whatever he says you to follow. So you pay him 6,000 rupees for a 1 month session, then you don't turn up half the time to the gym, and the times you turn up, you don't feel like working out, and then end of it you say, this is waste. He didn't do anything for me.
He's
What
getting
can he
this
do?
much money from
Correct. Same thing as financial advisor. He'll listen to you. He'll give you a financial plan. He'll tell you what to do. But end of it, you have to do. He cannot do it for you.
Yeah.
You have to log on. You have to invest. But then again, it boils down to you wanting to do it. And that will only happen if you have clarity on where you want to go.
Yeah.
And if you don't know where you want to go, and I've been saying this repeatedly. I've said that with Dana also in another video, where it's important to know where you're going. If you do not know where you're going, can't help you.
Okay. So I hope that this video is informative and you had some knowledge about passive investment. So if you found this video useful, please share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more videos. See you in another episode with an interesting topic. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.